welcome. If there will be a couple people that'll start to come in on a stream. Welcome for you guys that are kind of filtering on in or filtering on out, whatever that looks like. So today's Friday, which for those of you who don't know, Friday is our weekly Poké-Talk day because our schedule is Monday, which is our pack opening day, Wednesday, which is our stream day where we play games, walkthroughs, and then Friday is kind of our Poke recap day where I shoot out like a short little video kind of talking on how the market's going. And then people, if they want to, can ask questions throughout the stream on basically any kind of questions they have regarding what's going on in the Pokemon market with the trading card game or just the overall like Switch game itself, such as potential remakes that are coming out and just everything in between. So to get started off, a couple of things I wanted to kind of announce. One, for those of you who don't already know about it, we currently are going to be doing a break that is going to be this Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We always like to do our breaks on Sundays just to ensure that people will get their packs within the next couple of days, so that after we've opened them all up, we'll take the day to then package them up and send them out. And so yeah, that'll be on Sunday the 31st, so basically within 2 days. As it stands right now, we just got some more Champions Path packs. We still have a little bit of Darkness Ablaze, but we're sold out of just about everything else, and so we're expected to open over 100 packs, so it should be actually really fun. This is going to be one of our bigger ones because we're starting to grow consistently, and obviously the demand in the market has started to gone up quite a bit. So okay, so next thing to announce as well is, so I kind of want to make this announcement on here, and I'm also going to talk about it a little bit, and then I'll send out an email for those who fall on the email campaign, or not email campaign, sorry, the newsletter. But basically, as far as it goes with Vivid Voltage, obviously we put out a large, or actually not a large, I should say, but we put out a small pre-order. Hey, how's it going, Brycely? We put out a small pre-order for the Vivid Voltage. The expected date that we were told by our distributors was going to be late January. Obviously, it's late January, so as it stands right now, we're still waiting. You should be receiving your product as we get our allocation, but as it stands right now, there's been rumors that it's going to be pushed back to mid to late February. We're sorry, obviously, for the inconvenience, but like as it stands right now, it's all kind of based on what's going on with the Pokemon company and how they decide to do their print. We were informed by some people, like such as Danny Phantom and some others that we listened to, basically that they're trying to hold back on a lot of their prints because there's just been so much demand that everything gets bought up right away, and so they're going to do one big drop. And so that's what we're kind of expecting when it comes to Vivid Voltage. So be assured that you're more than likely going to still get your product because we're just waiting for them to finish the prints. But as it stands right now, it's probably still a couple weeks off. So we just want to let people know about that. And basically, so jumping right into it, kind of talking about what's going on in the market right now, the one thing I really wanted to discuss was a lot of the print runs that are coming out, as well as just the overall like hysteria that's going on in the market. It's one of these things where it's like, it's very obvious to see. We're talking about like, Darkness Ablaze, which was a set no one was really like interested in, all of a sudden going up to 150. Spotty hit 1K today. Oh, that's super exciting, Brycely. That's actually super exciting. I'm stoked for him. Oh wow, that's actually really cool. I'd like to hit 1K soon. Anyway, Darkness Ablaze, basically, it was one of these sets that a lot of people weren't really super interested in. I thought it was a cool set, but it was, for a while, just sticking at around $110 a box at the most, and all of a sudden it skyrocketed $150. Same with Sword and Shield base, and now Rebel Clash. There's a lot of people say Rebel Trash, which is the meme because it's the weakest of the sets. We're kind of at a point now where we're seeing such a demand for Pokemon, and the print runs are so short that people that didn't get access to the prints are going back and buying up old prints. And for that reason, you're seeing a huge spike in just sealed product in general that people are just trying to open. And same thing goes with Vivid Voltage. Vivid Voltage is now up to around $200+ to buy one. And the set came out no longer than a couple months ago. So it's absolutely insane what we're seeing. And like, you know, we're also looking at battle styles. So battle styles, when most people have the initial drop of battle styles, you're not making much money off of it because people are selling their pre-orders for like $5, $10 at most, like above the actual price in which they got it from their distributors. And that's not even including, you know, the shipping costs that you're going to have to pay, the transaction expenses. And so you're like your margins are razor thin because you're selling them for like $85, $90. Well, instead what we're seeing is a lot of these boxes are going for $130 on pre-orders for a set that hasn't even come out. So it's like people are absolutely going nuts right now. And so I'm at a point for, you know, Pokemon as personally, where I've done is I made a large order, like a very large order of battle styles. I put on the website what we were given as an allocation, but I increased our order, and I'm not going to put anything out until I know what we're going to get, because here's the deal. There's been reports that they ended up being weaker on the print run because they're so focused on Shining Fates, but then they've also said that they're weak on Shining Fates print run because they're focused on the anniversary set. And so it's one of these things that's like there's speculation so much on what these print runs are going to look like that it's like we're trying to be safe than sorry to make sure that everyone gets what they ordered, because we don't want it to be one of these companies that just sends out like thousands of orders and then ends up only being able to fill 100 of those 1,000 orders because they were just taking people's money crazy. It's not a good business practice, not to mention the fact of the matter, you would lose money off of transaction fees alone. So I don't understand the purpose of it other than to, you know, jump on the hot train while it's going right now. But yeah, basically, so we're hoping that we'll be able to get, you know, more at least allocated to us or given us very shortly. But as far as it goes right now, everything's still up in the air as the market is in absolute hysteria, to say the least, with people buying. Another thing actually I kind of wanted to address, and this is a little bit off topic, but I thought it'd be something funny to kind of look at because a lot of people have been talking about it, is kind of what's going on with the GameStop stocks and how that's kind of been going up. I think that's kind of an interesting aspect to kind of look at on how the market has actually been treating us, because I feel like even though a lot of people don't consider it, or look at it like this, but the Pokemon market is a market. It still follows market trends and market cycles. Obviously, it's been very hyped up recently because of, you know, COVID and everyone getting their stimulus checks. But at the end of the day, it's like a lot of people look at Pokemon cards as a form of investment. And so when it really comes down to it, it's kind of interesting to see something like this happen with GameStop, because you almost wonder, like, I don't see this happening, but the irony of it being, what if something like this were to happen to, say, like a set like Steam Siege, like one of the meme sets were to just absolutely skyrocket off and be worth a ton of value. So I don't know, I thought it was kind of interesting to look at and see how like GameStop, which is like kind of a failing company as far as if you look at the overall stock evaluation, going down consistently, skyrocketing, it kind of makes you wonder what could happen to the Pokemon market. And I mean, you're obviously still seeing what's going on right now be absolutely crazy as it is. Because the overall value of just a lot of these modern sets have just gone up so much. But yeah, no, it's been absolutely crazy to say the least. A couple other things that I wanted to kind of talk about as well, and I've mentioned this before in my other streams, but there's obviously been rumors about, you know, the remakes. They're saying that they're potentially going to be announced sometime in February on whether we're going to get Diamond and Pearl or possibly Platinum. It's been highly anticipated by a lot of people who grew up in the Gen 4 era, including myself. Although Platinum wasn't my first game, it was my favorite game. And so coming up and seeing what the announcement of the remakes is going to be, I think that'll be very exciting to see what kind of, you know, that looks like. We're hoping to get that next month sometime on the announcement. Another exciting thing having to do with the 25th anniversary is, I think it's February 9th. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty certain that's the date. It's sometime definitely early February. It was announced that McDonald's is actually going to start having the promo cards So like the promo card, the jumbo promo cards that are being sold, they're going to have the mini ones, and they're going to have other promo cards that they're going to be giving out with Happy Meals. So for adults that want to go in and be like, yo, I don't want to buy Happy Meal, but can I get a promo card? You can definitely do that. Just don't be one of those guys that just says, can I have all your promo cards? Like you're scalping at a McDonald's. Like, come on, man. Like, get better. It's like, especially because it's a free item too. I don't know. Anyway, that's besides the point. But yeah, no, basically, that's something that's pretty exciting actually, because for people like me who aren't very big into the promo cards, like I have a ton of promo cards, or not promo, sorry, jumbo cards. I think it'll be a good opportunity for people that want to collect the regular sized version ones. And I think they're going to be cool promos. And then, yeah, a couple more things as well to announce. This is more specifically to the website. We just, I mean, obviously we've been completely barren as it comes to product. We just got a couple, a little bit more product. We got a pre-orders. It's a very small pre-order for Darkness Ablaze because our allocation was very small. It's expected to come in sometime this month. Obviously, the prices have gone up so much. We still try to undercut the market value based on what we see other people selling it for. So it's definitely affordable for what you're trying to look for if you're still in the Darkness Ablaze. And then on top of that, we also re-added our 36-pack orders of Evolution, Cosmic, as well as Unified Minds as well. That's kind of all we have as far as it goes right now, because if you go to our distributors page, it's sold out. So we're I mean, if we're being 100% transparent, a lot of the products at this point we're getting are at retail value, not wholesale value, because we are either one, trying to get product from other places, or two, our distributors, as crazy as it sounds for most people that might not understand this, our distributors are upping the prices because they're adjusting to market value themselves. And so what they'll do is they'll sell you boxes at retail value or higher because they understand the demand is so high they can charge it, and then we're going to have to up the prices. So it's not like one thing people want to say is, oh, people are getting greedy. Like, no. Like, this is something where if we sell at retail prices, we lose money because our wholesale distributors are charging us more than retail prices. So that's one of the things you're definitely going to want to take into consideration when you kind of see a lot of these prices being sold from websites. Obviously, it's another thing if you're seeing scalpers, but this is a completely different story. Another thing as well, which I think is kind of interesting. So Cosmic Eclipse reprint. Once again, I haven't heard anything from my distributor about it, but it's been almost a confirmed rumor that it's going to be happening. I think that's something that is actually very exciting because Cosmic Eclipse is one of my favorite modern sets. I think it's a really cool set. And obviously, as it stands right now, a lot of the Pokemon booster boxes are selling for around $300+. And so the prices are definitely, you know, skyrocketed on top of course, the other modern sets of Sun and Moon era. So it'll definitely be really exciting to see what that print run looks like. My expectation is it's going to be exactly like the Unbroken Bonds and Unified Minds one. It's going to be either they have a small back order or they're just doing a small print run for now. And what that looks like is they're just going to have a small wave come out. And so the prices are probably going to still be above. You're probably going to see it drop down to like maybe $200, maybe $150 at cheapest if you're lucky, I'm assuming. And hey, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it drops down to $120. But it's more than likely that the price is going to drop down quite a bit, but not a ton overall in the grand scheme of things. So that'll be exciting to see as far as it goes for those people that still want to get a hold of sale product that they want to collect. And then another thing I want to talk about as well is kind of what's been going on right now with the individual card market. Like, you're seeing obviously these full art skyrocket in price. You're seeing a lot of these set cards specifically in you know, like Cosmic Eclipse and older, which is crazy to say because Cosmic Eclipse is not that old. The individual cards are actually skyrocketing because since people can't buy the actual sealed product, they still want to complete their master sets. I think it's crazy to see considering we have so much out there in print, not to mention the fact of the matter that with more modern prices, people are taking care of their products more than ever, and so the demand is, although it's very high, the condition of most of these cards coming out are going to be in pristine condition. and you're going to see more of them because of it, because of, you know, more people in the hobby, and more people being conscientious. So I think that the price is going up right now is just purely, once again, just fabricated demand due to the short supply on sealed product. So I definitely think that it's eventually going to settle down. I think eventually everything's going to kind of settle down once we start seeing the print runs go back to normal after COVID regulations start to die out. So I'll definitely be interested to see how long that's going to take. It could take a year, it could take 2 years. Obviously, everything is so up in the air right now. So I would definitely say for those people that are investing in sealed product right now, you know, obviously none of this is financial advice. But when it comes down to it, if you're someone who wants to invest in sealed product, if you feel like you've missed out, I wouldn't get too concerned, because the modern product, for the most part, is going to most likely get reprinted again. Like Vivid Voltage, I'd be stunned. I mean, obviously they haven't announced there's going to be a reprint anytime soon, but think about it. They're reprinting some of the Sun and Moon era ones, and they were coming out when COVID wasn't happening yet. So basically, my expectation is they're going to do the exact same thing with the newer, you know, Sword and Shield sets, because Pokemon likes to print to demand. And that's just kind of how it is. So don't feel left out. You know, if you want to buy a Vivid Voltage box for $200 and hold on to it, then obviously go for it. But I feel as if they're eventually going to come out with a reprint. I don't know if that's within a year, 2 years, 3 years, but look at what they did with Hidden Fates. People thought that the reprint wave for the tins was going to be the last one, and then they did a reprint for the Elite Trainer boxes. So it's never, you know, it's never just going to be the last reprint when it comes to Pokemon. Not until it's been like out for years upon years. That's when you start to see Evo. But even then, Evo's like 5 years old almost now, and you're starting to see them still come out with product that has evolutions packs in them. So it's like you still have access to these packs, even though they're worth so much more money. And then lastly, what I kind of want to talk about as well, this is kind of just the last thing, you know, it's kind of interesting to see how everything's been going on with Shining Fates. Obviously, the Shining Fate set is coming out February 19th is going to be the first wave of it. For those of you who don't already know now, it's coming out in waves as far as it goes with the products that are being sent out. There's going to be a tin wave, an Elite Trainer box wave, as well as Premium Collection and Pink Collection waves. If I'm correct, the first wave is going to be the trainer boxes. I'm not 100%, don't quote me on it. But that's kind of just how they're going to be running it. It was kind of interesting to see how the Pokemon Center announced they were going to be doing it. Pre-orders for the Elite Trainer boxes. Website crashed. They said you go back up. It crashed again. And then they captured you to see if you're a robot. And then you got banned if you refresh too much. and I've never seen something like that happen before. But basically, like, this is kind of where we are when it comes to getting your Shining Fates, because it's just so hard to find them. If you haven't been lucky enough to get them on, you know, pre-order websites like Game Nerds, our website, Collector's Cat, like any of the websites that had their pre-orders for them, or Amazon pre-orders when they were at retail value, or GameStop if you came in for those. Like, if you weren't lucky enough to get them at retail prices, then it's one of these things where it's like people are scrambling right now to kind of get them as best they can, especially considering that you're looking at the price of these Elite Trainer boxes and they've almost doubled, which is crazy because obviously they haven't even been released. But we know the hype, we know the demand for the stuff for the set is going to be huge. So obviously, you know, it's something that we've all been anticipating, and to me personally, I feel like once again we're going to have a reprint of it. I'd be stunned if we didn't. So I would definitely say, once again, for those people who feel like they're going to be left out, like, don't worry. Like, this is something that I wouldn't feel left out on. You'll eventually get your product. You just got to be patient, or you just got to keep, as much as I hate saying it, you got to keep trying to jump on it, because everyone is, and it's going to be crazy. And one of the things on top of that is, if you're really scared about upping prices, the only thing I would truly be scared about going down as far as it goes, like it continuing to retain its value and not going down, is definitely a lot of the vintage sets. these vintage sets are been out of print for so long. As more people open them, it becomes more valuable. So that's the only thing where I would say, like, you know, as far as value going down, it's a lot safer to go vintage when it comes to sealed product, because, you know, it can only go up when it comes to the ability for the Pokemon company to reprint. They're not going to reprint any of the black and white era sets, let alone the Diamond and Pearl or EX or, you know, the original base sets. So I feel like that's definitely the safest route as far as it goes. However, with all of this being said, this is kind of, just like I said before, this is kind of our just weekly update that we're going to do on everything going on in the market. If things obviously continue to be crazy, we're going to continue to update you guys on everything going on every single week. We're just going to kind of break down and see everything that's going. If there are people that ever have any questions, please leave it down in the comment section, as we love answering questions and trying to help and give our feedback onto everything that's going on. And then lastly, a reminder, our breaker stream is going to be taking place on Sunday, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, January 31st, so literally within 2 days. So if you'd like to just stop by and watch it, I think it's a really fun kind of just group sesh where everyone just comes together and gets to have fun, seeing just Pokemon packs being open and crazy pulls happening and the chat going crazy. So that's always super fun for all of us. So, but thanks everyone who stopped by the stream, and then thank you for everyone who will watch this later. Please make sure to give us a follow, and if you aren't aware as well, we're doing a Majestic Dawn pack giveaway where one lucky follower on our YouTube, Twitch, and other socials will be entered to get a Majestic Dawn pack that's valued over $100. So definitely make sure to follow us and